Hey people interested here, 3v3 faction war. This is Hades Wastes and Orks versus Chaos Space Marines. For the blue Orky team we have Org with a Warboss, a melee brawler that walks through objects, very strong disruption and support, fighting in melee with the Death Skulls elite scheme. Alongside Ural with a Mekboy, teleporting hero, fighting in ranged combat, brings some good damage and a bunch of Orky gadgets. Rounding off this team is Zeno with a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter. Red Chaos, Phate with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero walking through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Alongside two Chaos Sorcerers. First up is Venjitron here, and we have Great Googily Moogily with some Black Legion, I believe. These guys are offensive and disruptive heroes with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Doom bolts flying out there from Venjitron onto the shooters. Looks like they mostly avoided it though. Western VP is contested. Sorcerer's going for it. We see Phate on the edge with the contested power. Here come a bunch of Orks though. Double sluggers for Org with shooter boys in there too. Heretics will meet them maybe. No, they back off, which is wise. The stomp from the Warboss will really mess them up. Needs to be patient though, needs to wait for the Heretics to engage. There we go. Now's the time to stomp. Oh, doesn't even need to. Heretics Doom Blast and run. That's kind of wasteful a little bit, I think. Doom Bolts misses. There's two missed Doom Bolts there early on for Venjitron. We do have Eternal War though on the Chaos Space Marines. Orks coming to help out. Not that they need it, I don't think. Although here comes more Heretics from Venjitron. Sluggers getting stuck in there. Sluggers flanking on the right there, as you see. There's the Doom Blasts. Sluggers very low for Org. I think they're going to wipe. Yes, they do wipe. Almost got away. Stayed in there a bit too long. Chaos Lord now coming in for the flank. Gets a good kill to weak. Goes in on the shooter boys now. Sluggers have found the CSM and the Warboss is still in play. Mekboy also in play. Does some good DPS with his starter weapon, his shooter. Heretics with grenade launchers up pretty early for Great Googily, Moogily. Doom bolts then from Googily as well, forced off the shooters. Stun bomb. Stuns himself, the Kommando and the Heretics. We've got a War Banner in the mid. Who's going to take the west side? Looks like the Orks have it. Chaos Lord. I might have another kill of the week soon. Are they waiting for it? They are waiting for it. And it's a good hit. They probably have to use it to escape. Oh no, they go back in. But here comes the mech with a death gun right in the face of the Chaos Lord. But he's shooting at the Heretics there. Heretics do get away. Chaos Lord's in trouble. Oh, gets a good special. Should use it to escape. And does try to. Doom bolts flying in. Some decent hits there from Venjitron. Big old stomp from the Warboss. He's been awesome early on here. Still in play. I think yeah. Now he's persuaded to leave. Was in play the whole time there, roughing stuff up. Towards the east side, we have some CSM trying to steal the point. The War Banner is still out. Oh, the Warboss goes down. He had the Bang Bang Hammer too. Why did I say he was doing so well? The Curse of Indrid strikes. So Org going for some Storm Boys. Pain Boy on the field for Zeno. An Ork sub-commander that can heal over time other Ork units. Also make them explode in tier 2, which is fun. Can even do surgery later on too. It's a cool little fella. Got a damage over time melee attack. Heretics have found the War Banner. It's not venerating the Chaos God, so they want to take it down. Doom bolts flying in. Kills one. And there's the Doom Blast from the Heretics. But they have to leave. There's a Pain Boy and Sluggers there. Not to mention a mech with that Death Gun. Can they get the Warboss back to his feet? Maybe the Mekboy can. He can teleport around, of course. Uh-oh. CSM are going for some power harassment. They've been found out by Burner Heretics, but that's a really good grenade barrage from Phate there. There was a player called Fat E with the same spelling, but they capitalized the E. I don't think it's the same player, because they made a real point of capitalizing that E. Storm Boys getting in there. These guys have power melee weapons. Aspiring Champion Heretics trying to get onto the Mekboy. Doom bolts seem to be aimed at the Heretics there, which wasn't very helpful. They've been a little hit and miss so far for Venjitron's got the Vestments of the Warp, and here comes the Sword of Flame. These CSM need to be careful. They can't stand against Storm Boys in tier 1, certainly not. Can they jump again? They can jump again. Oh, but they did not. Pretty sure they could have jumped again, those Storm Boys, and maybe got the kill. Warboss back to his feet. Instantly gets in there. These guys are trying to bait out a kill of the week, I think. There it is. It's a good hit. Didn't manage to dodge it, but there's a lot of melee there to put pressure on, and he's buffing them all with those bang, bang, bang hammer hits. What is this? It's a Kommando grabbing the Chaos VP on that eastern side, southeast. Havoc's in play. They're going to get jumped, are they? Maybe. There we go. Only 3 Storm Boys left, but it's enough to scare them off with all the sluggers coming in. Did replace the sluggers they lost to Org as well, so they're on Storm Boys and double sluggers. Very scary melee army in tier 2 potentially with the Warboss support. Sorcerer of Venjitron leaves, does get level 2 though. Looks like the Orks will push through the mid here. Can they get onto the power perhaps? They have... oh, they don't have burners on the sluggers, so it's not going to be quite as efficient a power bash as it could have been. Back to the west side, 444 to 408 on the VPs. Heretics getting suppressed by aiming what's that, and the Warboss is going after them, and they run away. With their grenade launchers especially, they can't really do anything to the Warboss in melee. Even if they didn't have grenade launchers, you could just stomp them if they surrounded him. Heretics grabbing the Orky natural VP, and they did try to get on the central power. Havocs are here to try to protect it. There's no Storm Boys in play. The Mekboy could teleport in and tie them up in melee perhaps. These are Venjitron's Havocs, and all the Orks go tier 2. West side we have a War Banner. Chaos Lord might want to get a decap though instead of trying to smack it down at the moment. 439 to 408. Finished the cap, those Heretics. Well done, fellas. Commando's not pleased. He's got no war gear, this guy. Any other war gear we can see? Nope. 429 to 408. Double cap going into tier 2 for the red Chaos team. Back to a single. It's going to be a 2-1, I guess, at the end of it. Lots of ducket in the mid. Doombolts flying in. Messy fight here. Sluggers, I think, will make it. There is a Sorcerer on retreat path, but they still got plenty of models. And he can't even get a melee attack in. Couldn't rotate himself fast enough. Mekboy with the death gun having some fun. Has to run away. And gets out. They can take down these War Banners now. West side kicking off. Good grenade barrage for the Heretics. Storm Boys with a staggered jump. But they're in there. They haven't gone after the Havocs though. Where have they gone? Right into a Chaos Lord's kill the week, and they wipe, I think. Yep, down they go. Misplay there from Org. They should have been straight onto the Havocs. I think maybe he like just jumped them in and they chose their own target. Warboss goes after that Chaos Lord. Kicking him. Imagine kicking a Chaos Lord with Terminator armor on and doing damage. It's a hell of a kick. It's buffing those shooters. 5% damage and 0.15 speed. Doesn't say if there's a maximum amount that it can stack up to. Decent radius on it, a little bit shorter than like Synapse radius. Synapse radius is 32, I believe. Aiming what's that on those CSN, they should be trying to get into melee. Another decent grenade barrage from Phate. They've used those quite well. War truck is up. Another one here as well from Ural. Zeno and Ural with the war trucks. They are transport and reinforcement vehicles for the Orks. Synergize really well with sluggers. They have their knob leaders. These guys also have burners. These fellas don't. Those knob leaders have power melee weapons. Massive threat to the Marines, or the Chaos Marines I should say. These guys have found a Mekboy, but sluggers are right there. Yeah, it's a bad place to be, fellas. Really bad place to be. More sluggers on retreat path, but they didn't hit them. Kill the weak saves the CSM, I think. That's very lucky to get away from there. They got their aspiring champion, and now they're getting Mark of Tzeentch. Maybe to prepare for the Ork tier 3 infantry knobs and flash kits, both of which take a lot of damage from Mark of Tzeentch CSM. There's a warp vomit from the Weird Boy. Amazing control and disruption. Knockback stun for like 7 seconds, and it does not do friendly fire. Very effective. 376 to 338. Orks are like camping out on the power here with a war banner and the 2 war trucks reinforcing everything. Here comes a blood crusher though from great Googily Moogily. Chaos Dreadnought on the way for Phate. That's going to be fun to see. Maybe it's going to be Mark of Khorne to tear through the sluggers, because they are causing a lot of problems here. Blood crusher tearing through the infantry. It's got vehicle armor and counts as a demon, so nothing there can really touch it at the moment. We need some anti-vehicle weapons. Sorcerer, the good special. Level 3 this guy. That is the Armor of the Inferno for Phate. Looks like Ural had a rough fight. 376 to 328 on the VPs. What is this? It's a decapping Sorcerer. Of course it is. Death Dread on the way for Ural. Plague Marines on the way for Great Googily Moogily. Gotta make sure you say his entire name every time. Looks like they're going to get a decap at least. I'm not sure if anything's inside that war truck. I assume there is. Yeah, looks like there's sluggers. You can see the fire from their burners coming out. They kept the war trucks alive. Some good pressure there from the Orks. They are losing VPs now though, as they were forced off and need to kind of reset. Blood Crusher causing a lot of problems. Might get that war truck actually. One more hit. War truck seems to be fast enough, like basically the same speed as the Blood Crusher. A little bit faster actually, pulling away there, and does make it out. Sluggers were giving chase the whole time. Are you getting an anti-vehicle weapon? You're not. Here comes the Death Dread. This thing does have heavy melee damage, so it could go toe-to-toe with a Blood Crusher, but now it's taking Plague Marine shots, those snaring missile launcher shots there. Mark of Tzeentch, Chaos Dreadnought. An anti-vehicle missile launcher. Big chunks of damage on that Death Dread, look at that. Doesn't seem like it wants to chase though, doesn't know what's back there. It would have been relatively safe to chase it, but that could have gone bad very quickly if the Mekboy got an anti-vehicle weapon or something. Chaos Lord grabbing this central wreck point. They do have the contested VP. What is this? It's just some sluggers trying to get the power back there. What do we got going on? Tank busters on the way for Ural. Flash kits in tier 3 for Zeno. Great Googily Moogily goes tier 3 too. And of course that Marco Tzeentch Dreadnought. Any melee weapon for this guy? No. Surprised not to see the Blood Maul or something to help deal with all this melee stuff. I guess it's been thinned out a bit, has it? Well, the Storm Boys went down. There's still 4 sluggers on the field though, with 2 war trucks in support, kicking off towards the mid, or towards the east side rather. Sorcerer attracting a bunch of Darker. This is Venjitron. Not sure what they're up to. They're going to get swarmed. They can teleport out though, right? Nope. They retreat and go down. Sloppy play from Venjitron. In the mid, lots of missiles and weird boy shots and stuff. I think the Dreadnought should go into melee with that Warboss there. Going to struggle to hit it with his missile launchers. But that melee attack will smack him around a bit. Is that the trophy rack? It is. It debuffs vehicles as well. I always forget that. All enemy units get debuffed. Pretty amazing. Just have to be in range. It's a really good accessory. Got the spiky armor too. That double tank busters. Yes, double tank busters with war truck support. That's very dicey for the Dreadnought. You see it trying to back away desperately here. War trucks giving chase. Tank busters pile out. They've got a little bit close to the Tzeentch shrine there, but I think they're going to deal with, yeah, they deal with the Dreadnought pretty easily. Did that Death Dread get burners and bits? It did. More bits, more burn. Blood Crusher's still around. It's done really well for Great Googily Moogily, and a Knob Squad on the way for Zeno. Lots of resources for Org too. The Warboss is down. Maybe they're saving for a battle wagon. Dark Flames and the Doom Bolts got rid of that blob of shooters. Painboy getting suppressed. Just really wants to fight those CSM. Gonna die here. Down they go. And they had the stronger Git Source upgrade. Zeno completely forgot about them, or just wants to free up population, I'm not sure. Here come more flash kits. War truck got messed up and is not getting repaired right now. Can they deal with a Blood Crusher? They can't. Gets away. Continues to be used quite well. Some Tzeentchian worship too. West side, meanwhile, Orks trying to get that VP back, tearing through some heretics. Those are Venjitrons. I think they're going to wipe 15 hit points on those fellas. Oh, they got away. They got away. Here comes double Marco Zinch CSM with Corn Worship. Speedy fellas. Getting into melee with the tank bus. They should have just shot them, I think. Looks like Chaos are going to retain the west side. And they're maintaining a line here on the center of the map. They're not pushing beyond it at the moment. They did not try to go for a power bash. I don't think this has been touched. I don't think it has. 185 to 315. No war gear for the Kommando. Ork down to 2 units. Now recovers with a looted tank. Must have queued something else up as well, I think. Nob squad, I assume, is on the field for Zeno somewhere. Not sure. Can't see them on the roster. Down goes the war truck. Doom bolts. Staying relevant with a decent hit on those shooters. Blood Crush is still a menace too. There's not much anti-vehicle around here. Those very fancy looking blasters for the flash kits won't damage a vehicle basically at all with their psychic PvP damage type. West side, war truck is still around. Double Marco Zinch CSM are going to run into a pissed off Warboss. And they're of course being debuffed by the trophy rack. Might be worth using the barrage here. There we go. Oh, that was a weird boy shot, not a barrage. For some disruption. And forces the double retreat. Let the galaxy burn. Don't think you needed to retreat there. They were far enough away from it, but they didn't know that, I guess. Oh, the Zinch Shrine is still up. What is this? Death Dread charging through. Trying to put pressure on the Chaos VP. Is it 2v1? No, this is Zeno versus Great Googily, I think. Great Googily Moogily, sorry. Or Ural's there too. Great Unclean One on build, says Venjitron. I guess they're waiting for it. Oh, on auto build, I think they meant to say. Looks like Googily Moogli's got a Great Unclean One on the way too. We're going to see 2 of them, would be amazing. Especially with double Sorcerers to warp them around. Yep, another Great Unclean One on the way for Venjitron. Where is that Blood Crusher now? Still going. There's the Nob squad of Ural. I guess Zeno cancelled theirs at some point. They've got one on the way though. Maybe they got another flash kit instead. 128 to 312. Is that the circle of summoning? It is. Spawning blood letters to harass that stuff. Can they get onto the VP? They seem to be happy with just trying to kill stuff at the moment. Nob squad in amongst the Chaos Space Marines. That autocannon was getting damage at very close range there. They've been forced to retreat. Look at that. Just, they didn't have their Nob leader, or I don't think they had any of their upgrades there. Just got the Nob leader though. Sorcerer could maybe teleport and finish off the mech. Doesn't want to, I guess. Death Dread still stomping around. West side is turning Orky Blue. We have double looted tanks for Ork. I guess that's what they queued up. And there's a Zap. That'll jump to the other CSM and then it'll just dissipate because it won't jump back. Very blobbed up though for those tank shots potentially. Like that. Ouch. Venjitron's Heretics just hanging out there. Not sure what they're up to. Can they not break this wall? It's heavy crush, but I think tanks should be able to get through it. Looks like they can't. Assuming they're trying to. The CSM being very annoying. Just send a tank each way. Letting these guys off here. Here we see a las cannon coming in though. Gets an instant shot on the war truck. The Chaos las cannons do not have a wind up time. They just instantly shoot and then they have a longer cooldown, I believe. Great Unclean One of Venjitron is here. Great Googily Mooglies is on the east side. This guy passively damages nearby enemies. Has a bunch of nasty abilities to use too. Not to mention a pretty painful basic attack. Although it doesn't have splash damage these days. Just hits a single target. Goes after the weird boy. Smack. And maybe can foul snare to finish him off. No, foul snares the Warboss. Why would you do that? You could have killed that guy. I think. Yeah, 63 hit points. Definitely would have killed the weird boy there. Warboss gets away. Level 3. Nob squad thinking about it. And then they go in. Nob squad fully upgraded anyway. Can deal with the Great Unclean One relatively well. They are getting shot up by Marco Zinch CSM here though. There's the big boom shot from the tank, the looted tank. There's some Nurgle Vomit. Not sure why those tank busters are getting so close. There we go. Shoot your rockets, fellas. There we go, though. Double Marco Zinc CSM and a autocannon. It's a lot of damage for that Nob squad, and they have to get out of there. Tank buster barrages for the disruption. Tanks have done well so far. Down goes the Mekboy. We've got some Chaos Terminators, but they have not gone for claws. We have an autocannon here. Bit more generalist, going for the cap with that Corn Worship. Some repairs for the Death Dread. Great Unclean One is charging on through, I guess. Venjitron can warp it back. Where is the Sorcerer, though? They're not in an especially safe location, but I guess it's better than charging on through. Chaos having to take... Oh, we missed the Imperial Abyss. Zinch Imperial Abyss. I assume from Great Googily Moogily. What did it do, though? Looks like Zeno lost some tier 1 stuff. Everything else ran away. They still got the decap over there as well. 128 to 182. Again, Chaos do not push after forcing off the Orks. Did not want to overextend. And this power has been bashed a bit. Venjitron Sorcerer going to get revived. Chaos Lord is level 6. This won't give him level 7, but it will help. More flash kits on the way this time from Org. They do have sluggers there to repair, as you can see. Anyone else have sluggers? Ural does, and they are helping with the repairs. We have 2 Nob squads on the field at least, unless Ural has a second one somewhere. There's some Zinch Worship to heal up the Great Unclean One. It's going to take a while, though. 6,000 hit points. Takes a while to heal up with Worship. Might have to send him back to base. Here come the tanks. Where's that las cannon? Is it still here? It is, and it got a shot. And autocannon's also getting shots in. That tank is done for. Death Tread goes after the Great Unclean One. Also taking las cannon shots, though. Nob squad is there. Nob squad should have gone in first, I think. Like tried to get onto the setup teams or something. Tank busters giving vision for a Rocks. Not sure whose Rocks this is. Maybe Ural's. It's a decent hit. Somehow the las cannon Havocs were not knocked over there. Both the tanks went down. 73 to 182 on the VPs. Nob squad are frenzying and going after the Great Unclean One there. Getting very low. There's a cloud of flies. Knockback and damage over time. Is it going to be warped out? Where is Venjitron Sorcerer? Oh, it's over near the other Great Unclean One. Needs to warp it out. But did not. Down it goes. The other one is still very healthy to defend the VP here. Orks are going to get a decap. The faster capping Kommando is getting it done. 54 to 182. Big cloud of flies. Orks are torn up though. Org just got messed up on the west side, losing both those tanks. Can they recover? They're trying to recover with flash kits, which is generally a pretty good way to recover if you're not fighting vehicles. Top squad there with their U-jammers. And Nob Leader and Mina and Green are fully upgraded fellows. Are like 200 power fully upgraded. Great Unclean One backs away. Flash kits getting torn up by, wow, double level 4 Marco Zinch. They will tear up the flash kits because flash kits are heavy infantry. Yeah, that might be GG. Look how much the Orks lost on that push. And the counter push, of course, was set up pretty well to fight those tanks, and they got it done. And that's because they didn't overextend. They didn't try to push into the power there on the west side. They set up with their Havocs and stuff. Was ready to receive those tanks. More CSM on the way for Venjitron, which is a weird one. Could have got Terminators up or something. It's a very strange choice. Chaos Predator on the way for Great Googily Moogily. Here's a battle wagon for one last hurrah, maybe, of Ural. Oh, they just knocked over their own sluggers with their Death Roller, which was fun. Sorcerer runs away. Was he subjugating someone then? Must have been. Demon Armor. There's a Rocks. There's a Rod of Warp Fire as well. Still got it decapped. 54 to 182. There is some pressure on the west side. The Orks are still going for it. They're not out of this. Where is the rest of Phate's stuff? Oh, they were all back at base apparently. They're kind of hanging out in the mid. I don't know why they aren't more aggressively holding this VP. I guess because this one was under pressure on this side. Venjitron is losing stuff. CSM barely getting away. Those are the brand new CSM as well, I think. Yeah, no upgrades. Or no mark at least. Down go those Storm Boys, I believe they were. Org got Storm Boys out in late tier 3. That was very strange. 54 to 170. There's a Imperial Abyss from Phate, and a very effective one too. Almost wiped those commandos and shooters. 54 to 162. Oh, the knobs are going to retreat through it, I think. It's going to be over though. Mostly over. Great Unclean One is quite low. Battle Wagon being chased by a Marco Zinch, Chaos Predator. Great Googily Moogily getting his thing out to go after that thing. It might get it done. Can they get one more shot? It can. Well played. Got the counter. And got it done. Great Unclean One now smacking through these Orks. The Sluggers wipe. Flash kits. Yeah, they are effective against the CSM, but double level 4 Markov Zinch fellas can shoot back pretty fiercely. Still a 1-to-1 cap. Chaos team have not taken back the west side yet, but they're on the Orks natural. They might get a triple cap here actually. We got more knobs on the way for Ural, more flash kits on the way for Org, and they've got more Storm Boys up. Okay. I mean, they can stun. I think some more... Oh, we got Lightning Claws on the Chaos Lord. Level 9 with the Icon of Khorne too. I think maybe some looters up to help suppress and control the double CSM of Phate, because they've been really painful. That's a rocks. On what? Oh, on those guys. Looks like they got away. Chaos have bashed the power on this side. Sensing the weakness. Did not get the triple cap though. I don't think he actually decapped this. Here's a Knob Squad. Great Unclean One is there, but he's very low. There's the Cloud of Flies. He might need to back off that. My bad boys, says Org. Land Raider Phobos on the way for Phate. Lots of disruption from the Great Unclean One. Did a lot of damage to these knobs. Got some Zinchian worship too. I hear another rocks, do I? Yes. On the VP-ish. They still have it though. Down to 29 VPs, the Orks. They're not giving up. Let's love the Dakar from the Commandos. Sets up a kill on Venjitron CSM. Flash kits, man. Look at that damage. And that was one Blaster Squad on the Terminators there. That's scary. What is the cooldown of this thing, says Ural. Oh, they're talking about subjugation maybe. Well, there it is. The Orks have conceded at the end. They fought well. They gave it a good go after their collapse, like at the start, well, midway through tier 3 when Org lost all those tanks, or both those tanks, and had a rough time coming back. Got Storm Boys up twice in tier 3, which is fun. Those Death Skull fellas. Let's look at his heroes. Level 4 mech. Had that Death Gun. Not sure if he had anything else. Warboss did have the Power Claw at the end, with the spiky armor and the trophy rack. Zeno's Kommando level 5. Did you get anything, buddy? I don't know. Level 9 Chaos Lord. Some good usage of Kill the Weak actually to stay in play and stuff. Got those Lightning Claws there. Venjitron Sorcerer level 6. And Great Googily Moogily Sorcerer level 7. There you have it, guys. Big thanks to these players for setting up their own faction war and sending it in. They're always fun. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.